And so I'm going to take off my gauntlet one more time, and I'm going to cast it down in front at your feet as a challenge. One more challenge. Challenge is to go out with a huge supernova tonight. Supernova. Can you do it?
Yes.
Hell yeah! Go out there and give them the best show ever.
This has to be done, and I know it's a problem, and you think, oh, we don't really do much. But let's say you're sitting at the light board, and you're figuring out, you're kind of looking it over, figuring out how it works. We're figuring out how it works. Just write that down. We're just messing with the light board today, and this is who was here. Okay? Anything that you do needs to be on here, and this is you all do a wonderful job, and jobs get done, but we have to have a paper trail. Okay? We have to know if a mom calls and says, was my daughter there on such and such a day, did you have a meeting? I need to be able to go to every single one of your crews and be, you know, there's got to be a folder. You should all have a folder. And we open it and say, yes, on this date, the date, yep, she was here. And of course I'm going, you know, because it's there.
Within the break, we'll probably gather and start your first, you know, putting what we have into the computer.
Okay.
And we'll, for that, we'll just call you and contact you. And
what system are we going to be using?
What?
What, do you guys know what system?
Oh yeah, we're going to be using Premiere Pro.
Okay.
Okay, any questions, concerns, comments?
No. I have a comment. Don't tell Mary anything is pretzels.
You got it.
We got the sadly it's on film though.
We'll have a production meeting every Friday. Those usually are relatively short. I know it's Friday, goes home, the weekend or whatever. We want to go home too, you know. And so we'll have a production meeting every Friday. I wasn't here Friday. Nikki was gone a week, so that's kind of a rough, you know, week. But this week we'll have a production meeting, and basically we'll talk about what have you been doing all week and how are you progressing. The show is in about a month, a little over a month, so that's not a lot of time.
The only new one is Michael Gray.
We have to decide what kind of makeup everybody will be using, like what shades their skin should be and how old they should look. Very fun stuff. Hi, hi. Everything's going good. I'm just sneeze.
Oh, well, I'm going to follow you until you do sneeze.
I'm not going to sneeze. I'll have to sneeze all day.
Uncomfortable?
Sometimes.
I have a plate. Nothing's wrong with the plate. I intend to keep it.
Okay, silence for a moment except Helen's noises as she struggles to get loose.
Miss Sullivan, one plate or another is hardly a matter to struggle with a deprived child about.
Oh, I should have a more heroic issue
Okay, hold on.
myself.
At this point,
James, you're still.
she backs Viney up with one hand close to the door. Right before that, when she starts crying, you rise because you know your mama and you don't.
Am I supposed to try that go? Oh, so by this time
No,
you're
just
not
rise to
supposed. I
see
still
if
have
she's
your
okay.
legs.
And her temper boils. Your temper, Annie.
Okay.
Do you want her to stand for this part?
Yeah.
Yeah, stand up for Kitty.
Okay.
Kitty. Okay, and, Helen comes in.
I knew sign language, but like it was kind of really rusty. So she was showing me how to do it, like, you know, better and faster and how to make it more, you know, more real-like. So I was very grateful for that because I was doing it basically as someone who read a book, and so she did it as, you know, she lives it. So that was very nice.
If you want to, then meet in room 810 second lunch on Wednesday, and Nikki's going to be there, and Liz, will you be there too? And they'll teach you the finger spelling. Okay? Broke his neck.
Nikki was just really nice and just was there, and like it was cool to actually meet somebody who was deaf, because then I kind of got a sense of like what Helen Keller was going through and what Annie had to go through to try to teach her. So I liked talking to Nikki and like learning from her, and she was like the sweetest girl. Like there's no other way to say that.
visions and memories. Someone once lit flowers for the past and things to come.
She punches me in the face, I slap her. It's real fun.
Well, she was very nice. I liked her.
This is how the scene ends. You roll up to the table and the lights go down.
Can you give it some meaning? Hey, ask again, but you say nothing.
When I first read it, like at auditions, I was like, oh, I feel sorry for whoever's getting this part. Janelle Evans, Annie Sullivan, great.
And I was like reading like the first column, and I'm like, oh Lord, I'm lost. It's so much wording.
Yeah. Reading through it, I was like, how is he supposed to do this? How is Mr. Murray gonna do this? Okay, whatever. So we sat down, Mr. Murray's like, just think of it as a dance.
We looked at it and go, all right, we'll learn it as if you learn a dance, step by step, just like choreography, until you get comfortable enough where you don't have to, the choreography just comes naturally, and if there's ever a slip up, you can just throw something else in there, which we've done a lot.
Or we don't want to even use scripts, Mr. Murray. You just tell us what to do, and we'll rehearse it. And he was like, okay, so we chopped our scripts. And then we stood there, and we're like, what do you want? And Mr. Murray sat there. He had Kiana and Anthony sitting there, and they were writing down everything. And we would just go over it. Like, what? We'd do like 8 different moves, and then we'd go back and we'd do it again. And 8 different moves, we'd go back and do it again.
That was the easiest way for us to do it, because it was a lot thrown at you in the beginning.
And it was hard, because it wasn't just like, I punch her, she punches me, we slap each other. It was like, I move this piece of like silverware here, and she touches this silverware, and I move out this chair, she punches me, I slap her. It was like intense.
I would jam my knee at the top of the table, and then realize how much that really hurt, and how I couldn't do anything about it while being on stage.
We did it so many times. Me and Marlena would come in during lunch, and we'd work with like Kiana and Anthony, because we wanted to get it right. Like, no joke.
Hey, let's go back and do that.
Yeah, okay. So, I just did this, and then I go...
Where were they?
They were in the ignition.
Are you kidding?
No, I went up to the car like 5 times.
Oh my gosh, Tracy.
You cannot make fun of me.
You are so blind.
No, you can't make Tracy.
And we got it on videotape.
Oh. You hear about the 3 blondes that always wanted to go to Disneyland, and they lived in Florida, and they drove to Anaheim, and they were on the freeway, and so they were getting real close, getting real excited, and they saw this sign. It says, Disneyland left, and they turned around and went home.
Tracy, that's something you would do. It's so true though.
Hey Kiana, don't get scared. But Christina has a new boyfriend. Look, he's laying on the floor.
Can't see her.
I don't like dogs. She's like afraid to death of dogs. Like, do you realize that if I'm on stage and I forget a line, I can only count on myself to save me.
See you tomorrow.
She can't save me.
And I'm counting on you.
Okay, you're right. Okay, so, Mr. Murray, what has happened, like I was reading, is they have their dialogue outside, but while they're having the dialogue, I'm supposed to slam keys on here and like set everything up. Like straighten everything up.
Keys where?
On a counter or something. Yeah. We're gonna ask you later if we forget stuff. So you want me to write stuff down? Yes. Oh, I thought you just said no. No, we said yes, because we aren't writing anything. Yeah.
Okay, Anthony. But you see where I was reading?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have you read it while I watch it.
Okay.
Because it's easier for me.
This is ways